Well.
Oh, who does she think she is? Look
Everyone.
what the cat dragged in. Guess you remembered her YouTube password. I thought she forgot about us. Didn't think we'd ever see her again. Oh, now she wanna come back.
I deserve
you can
that.
keep it, girl.
I do deserve that. I am so sorry for my absence. In a series of unfortunate events, they led me to not uploading a YouTube video for over a month. So consistency just went right out the door. If you're new, hi, I'm glad you clicked on this video. I'm Kalia. Welcome to my channel. And for my returners, I'm sorry. I have to apologize. I'm sorry. It's crazy how I was gone so long. I'm sorry. We're gonna get into that. Sorry, I had to clip this to something. I couldn't hold this mic. Anyways, if you can tell by the background and the title, I'm in a new apartment. We have leveled up. We have so much to catch up on. Okay, let's get into the story time, shall we? Let's go all the way back to last August. I hated my first apartment. Yes, I decorated it cute, but that apartment was a cardboard box. Like, there were so many bugs. The paint was quite literally falling off the walls. My window AC units had bugs coming in through it, so I would have lightning bugs in my apartment at night. And to make matters worse, my upstairs neighbors sounded like elephants. There was zero insulation, and I could hear exactly where my neighbors were, and I knew exactly what they were doing at all times. It was that bad. So I had to learn how to sleep with earplugs and an eye mask that had speakers in it so I could just get sleep. Y'all. Oh, I'm so happy to be out of that apartment. It was the trenches, like, yuck. I wanted to buy myself out of the lease, but they wouldn't let me. They were like, you either have to sublet or just pay your rent and go somewhere else. I was like, baby, no, like, I'm not doing that, because if somebody were to sublease my place, they would just leave as soon as the neighbors came home upstairs. You know what I'm saying? So I just thugged it out and counted down the days until I could move, which was 6 days ago. If you're familiar with apartments and just moving and all that jazz, you know move out is usually around mid-July. However, moving in doesn't usually happen until August 1st. That's a problem because I am from Kansas City, Missouri. That's not a 3-hour drive. That's more like a 9-hour drive. And I had a summer job, a full-time summer job. So it was like, why go home for 2 weeks, lose out on a whole paycheck just to come right back and move my stuff into my apartment? So my dad and I came up with a plan that he would come here and he would stay with me wherever that may have been until we could get an early move in. So, I had to move out on July 21st. And I was thinking, okay, I reached out to my next apartment. I'll be able to move in probably July 26th, because that's when I moved in my last apartment. I was like, okay, they're probably going to work with me, give me a little wiggle room, and I'll be able to get in early. Girl, they were not trying to let me move in. They were like, no, sorry, we don't have any information on if your apartment's ready. We have so many vendors working on the apartments, and we'll let you know when it's done. Since they didn't have any information, I was like, well, I'm just gonna get an Airbnb till the 27th, and that's wishful thinking, right?
For some more context that I feel like is necessary, so I don't sound crazy, they told me that it wouldn't be a guarantee, but it was possible for me to move in early. They would let me know when. I didn't get any date. I didn't know anything, but I would have left it alone if they would have said no early move in, or tell me, in the past, we've had people move in a day before or 2 days before. So I'm thinking early move in is a few days, not the day before. But we'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself.
I already had a little bit of beef with my leasing office, that's my current leasing office here, because when I applied back in September 2025, I told them, "Hey, I need an upstairs apartment because the apartments I'm in is only 2 levels, bottom top." I was like, "I need the top apartment, like non-negotiable." And they're like, "Okay, we'll put a note on your account, and since you're signing your lease early, you should be good to go." So I'm like, "Okay, period." I'm just dreaming about my upstairs apartment this whole time. And then when I get my apartment assignment, it was downstairs. I said, "Oh no, no," because we had an agreement. We had an agreement. So I texted them because that's their main mode of contact. I was like, "Oh no, but this person said I talked to this person specifically that there would be a note on my lease. So why did you not see the note?"
I didn't go into enough detail about this, but there was no note. They told me that there was no note on my application, so they had no idea what I was talking about. And I said, if you scroll up a few messages, you'll see the note. Then when I called them out, they proceeded to ignore me.
They were like, "I'm sorry." I said, "Oh, no, because you're not understanding how pressing the issue is." So I come to the leasing office myself and I just have a sit down conversation with them. I wasn't mean or nothing, but I was like, "Hey, this is the situation. Do whatever you got to do because I would greatly appreciate it." And they're like, "Okay, we'll see what we can do. I'm pretty sure I can switch something around." I said, "Okay, please do." Yeah, please do. So not even an hour later, I get the text. "Oh yeah, babe, my apartment was switched." Sometimes you really do have to stand on business, and I'm not really a confrontational person, but that time I had to confront them about that because I was so serious. I'm not losing no more sleep. Okay, this face does not need bags. That's how the beef originated. So when they were giving me these wishy-washy answers on my move-in date, I was living. My dad was living. My mom was living. We were like, "Come on!" Like their lack of knowledge or lack of releasing information is costing us money. Like, come on, y'all, get it together. So, since I have no idea if I'm moving in my apartment early or not, I'm practically homeless. I moved out of my apartment on July 21st. Cut to the flashback.
It's July 21st, and almost a year to date, I'm moving again under probably the most non-ideal conditions. It's thunderstorming, and a tornado just hit in Cincinnati, which is an hour from me, but I have to be out of here tonight. I don't let things bother me, but I'm bothered. This is the first time I'm vlogging in months, and this is what I have to show the vlog. Yeah. This is all gotta go in a U-Haul truck that I don't even have yet because I'm still waiting on my dad to get here, but I did all of this myself while working 8 hours a day at summer camp. I'm not sleep deprived this year, but I'm over this. I don't want to do this. I don't feel like doing this. And I do have to go to work tomorrow. So let's hope we get it done at a decent hour.
So as you can see, like it was not ideal conditions, but it had to get done that day because they wouldn't let me stay at that old apartment any longer. They were like, "No, we don't allow that." It's like, "Oh, okay, totally. I'll just grab my you know what and leave." Here lies the footage of us moving everything out and into the storage unit. I have my cheerleader to help me, so I'm okay at the end of the day. Let's go. They don't want to give us this truck, so we're leaving. Come on, we're going back in the truck. Let's go.
So, a bit of context here. My U-Haul location got changed twice without me knowing, and since we were late picking it up, they had completely changed the window, so I had to rebook the U-Haul so I could check in on my phone cuz everything's mobile nowadays cuz everything is technology and I sound like an old person, but it was just a lot that could have been avoided if it was just somebody I could talk to face to face. But I got my truck. We got the truck. I just parked it right there because y'all know I'm not new to this. Very much true. But getting deja vu. You know what? Instead of focusing what went wrong, we'll focus on what went right. It's not raining. Clear skies. Um, Truck is full. Like that. We got everything mostly, you know, what can I say? We did it. Now to the storage unit. And yeah. 10:30. I'm trying to be asleep before midnight, so I'm not a monster tomorrow. See, me personally, I'm taking that as good luck. I don't care what y'all say. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You're good luck.
We were racing the clock on this move out day, okay, y'all? Because my dad didn't get in until late because of storms that were in Louisville or wherever. He was driving here from home, from KC, so he ran into a whole bunch of storms as soon as he got near me. We had to get the U-Haul back within our 4-hour time limit, and the storage unit closed at 10. So we were already working after hours as it is. So every time we walk up to the storage unit, I had to put in my numbers, wait for the door to open, put in my numbers, wait for the elevator to open. It was a lot. And I was so exhausted because I was already tired from work. I didn't want to move as it was. Y'all saw how much energy I had leading up to that move. It was terrible. But we finished just in time. We got the U-Haul back in time. And at this point, we were ready to just check into our Airbnb. And it turned out to be someone's house. But it was they had like a house attached to theirs. So it was like, okay. But when we were walking up, it was kind of sketchy because it was 11 o'clock at night at this point, and it was just like we're walking into somebody's backyard, like past this creaky gate, like something out of a movie, y'all. But it was fine. It was perfectly safe. Like we were good. But I'm just like, bruh, I'm hungry. Like I'm so hungry. I cannot go to bed on an empty stomach. I was so stressed out. Like, if you can kind of see, I get a rash around my mouth when I'm stressed, and this is the bruise from it. My scalp was flaking up bad because I was so stressed out. But it was fine. We stayed in this Airbnb until the 27th. The 27th is like quickly approaching, and I'm like, okay, we haven't heard anything from the apartments. I'm gonna ask them one more time. And then they're just like, sorry, we don't have any information. Okay, no problem. No problem. I'll just extend the Airbnb. I try to extend it and he says, there's actually someone coming in after you, so unless they cancel, you can stay, but if not, I'm sorry. This is the Airbnb. Really not much to see. I'm showing you. This is the last night. This is the last night we can be here because we have to leave. The apartment is still not ready, and I can't extend our stay because someone else is coming tomorrow. I'm dehydrated, annoyed, the usual. Allergies are on 10. Feels like I'm getting sick again, but I don't think I'm getting sick because I was just sick. Now we're scrambling because it's like, okay, we have a dog. We can't just go into any hotel, any nice hotel with a dog, and we're staying for quite a long time because if you look at the calendar, from the 27th to the 1st, that was almost a week. That was 6 days. Not all hotels allow that. So we had to drive all over the city, find a new hotel, find a new place to stay to lay our heads because this apartment complex was just not having it. They just didn't give us any information. Like, I didn't vlog that much in the hotel because at that point I was just frustrated. I would go to work, we would go get food after, and then I would go to sleep. Like, I didn't spend much time in that hotel at all. It was just truly a humbling experience. I'm at work July 30th. The kiddos are swimming and I'm watching them swim. I'm just, doing my camp counselor duties and my phone rings and it's an 859 number, which is Kentucky. I just knew who it was. It was the apartment. It was the leasing office. Leasing office was like, "Hi, Kalia, your unit is ready for move-in." And inside, I was like, jumping for joy. But on the outside, I was like, okay, thank you. Because I had been asking them over and over and over again if it would be ready early. And they would not give me an answer. They were like, we don't know, we don't know, we don't know. And I had asked her, I think a day or two before, if you were me, would you get your hotel until Saturday, August 1st? And she said yes. Just for me to get a call the next day saying that my apartment was ready. Like, that was annoying, first of all. But I needed to get out of that hotel. I needed to get myself out of storage and into this apartment. So cut to that footage of me picking up my keys. I'm going to look at my apartment. It's ready. Bow, bow, bow. We here. Let's see. Bow. Yeah. You know what's going on. You already know. I already know how I'm coming. You already know. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Yes. Yes. Yes, God. Yes, God. What? Cause let's really talk about it. Yeah. Look, y'all, I'm in here. I'm in here. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, they got me a TV. I didn't know I was getting a TV. Hello? Wow. Okay. Amen. I forgot to show y'all the bathroom. Yeah. Once I grabbed the keys, it had already been a full day. Like, it was 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. by the time I had grabbed the keys and I was ready to go. So my dad had the idea of, okay, what if, hear me out, we just pack the U-Haul tonight, get everything out of storage, pack the U-Haul, keep it overnight, and we empty it tomorrow. And I was like, you know what? That's a fantastic idea. The only thing is, all the U-Hauls are gone at this point because August 1st in a college town, maybe you're not finding a moving truck anywhere. And it's 6 o'clock. All the storage places are closed, and the only one that was open was U-Haul. So I get on. I had already had a problem with U-Haul moving my stuff out, as y'all saw. But I found one 10-foot truck that we could use. The catch was we had to get it back by 10:30, meaning we had to get up at like 6:30 to get the truck over here to this side of town, move it out, and then get it back to the side of the town we got it from. But we did it, girl. We did it, and I have the proof. Now it's empty. Woo! Goodbye. Hope I never see you again. We're in the last moments. Stomach is past E. No energy. We just have to throw it in here at this point. I don't care. Alright, y'all. You already know who driving this boat. Miss Johnson. Know that. We have to fuel up for the day ahead of us tomorrow. Good eats. Good eats. Why are you making that face? This is where we've been. Yeah. I mean, she's cute. She does what she needs to do. But it's time to get up out of here. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm driving a U-Haul. Let's move. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This was the easiest part about this whole 2 week process. Getting my stuff in here it was such a breeze, and quite literally and physically, because the weather was so nice. Now I know that I'm probably gonna end up moving early in the morning next time because it wasn't hot. There was a nice breeze across your face. There was no one out, and it was beautiful. So we really won. Like in the moment, it didn't feel like it, but we won. You know, our patience and lack of being in control, it ended up working out. I hate feeling like I have zero control, which that's what this whole process was. So that's why I was breaking out in hives, because I couldn't do anything. I was helpless. And thank God for my dad, because he's very much like a calming energy to have around, because I'll get like, in my head and like, I don't know, it's just doesn't work. But he's like, it's fine. We'll just do this. Great at rolling with the punches. Me, not so much. But now is the fun part. I got to decorate. So I didn't film much at all of me decorating the place, but I did do a before and after for y'all. So you saw the before, and I would love to show you the after. I really wanted color in this apartment. There's lots of natural light. And my last apartment was very much earth tones, and that was kind of a downer, I need bright colors, I need decoration, I need knickknacks and pictures on the walls and stuff like that, which I just didn't have in my old apartment. So I was on Pinterest, and I found myself gravitating towards like the more eclectic, retro, maximalist vibes. And I was like, okay, this is the vision. I just wanted texture and flair. And that's what this is. What did y'all think about the apartment? I personally love it. I was gonna go a little more crazy on the walls, but I'm only gonna be here for a year, so it's like kind of crazy for me to just put up so much stuff just for me to move it back, just for me to take it down in May, which I'm taking it down as soon as I graduate. I'm not playing. I'm out of the state. Like, I'm so serious. I apologize if this video is all over the place. I am getting back in the groove of storytelling, of getting back in front of the camera. Listen, I just can't leave y'all again like that. I'm so sorry. But with the school year rapidly approaching, I know I will have lots of content to give y'all as I finish my last year of school. Yes. Well, this grad school chapter will be finishing up here soon in like 8 months, 9 months. Ooh, I'm so excited. The 20s are getting serious quickly. Stay tuned for more grad school content. Be on the lookout for a slight shift, or should I say, add in of health and wellness content, because that's what I want to find a career in. That's what I'm getting my master's degree in. So be on the lookout because we're evolving. You know, this channel is about being in your 20s and finding yourself. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So thank y'all for supporting. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to see y'all sooner rather than later. God willing. Please give this video a like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications because you never know, girl. You never know. Stay blessed and stay beautiful. Wow, I miss saying that. Bye.